Imagine a world hidden just beneath the surface of the sea. It is a world filled with impossible colors and fantastical shapes. This is the realm of the coral reef. It is a place of wonder, a secret garden blooming in the ocean's depths. Here, life is vibrant and busy. Tiny fish dart through intricate castles made of living stone. Strange and beautiful creatures make their homes in every nook and cranny. It is a place that hums with the energy of countless lives, a symphony of existence playing out in the warm, sunlit waters. This underwater kingdom is one of nature's most incredible creations, a testament to the power of tiny beings working together to build something truly monumental. Our journey today takes us into this breathtaking world. We will explore its winding alleyways. So what is this incredible underwater city made of? It might look like a garden of colorful rocks or strange stony plants, but a coral reef is actually alive. It is built by millions and millions of tiny animals called coral polyps. These polyps are soft-bodied creatures closely related to jellyfish sea anemones. Each individual polyp is quite simple. It has a tube-like body with a mouth at the top surrounded by a ring of tiny, stinging tentacles. These tentacles are used to catch microscopic food particles that drift by in the ocean currents, providing the polyp with the nutrients it needs to grow and thrive in its watery home. The real magic happens when these polyps begin to build their homes. Using minerals from the seawater, each polyp creates a hard, protective cup made of limestone, also known as calcium carbonate. Coral reefs are often called the rainforests of the sea, and for a very good reason, bursting with an incredible amount of life. They cover less than 1% of the ocean floor, but host about a quarter of all marine species, one of the planet's most biodiverse ecosystems. Every inch is occupied. Complex, three-dimensional coral structures provide hiding places, nests, and hunting grounds. A perfectly designed city with neighborhoods and homes. Schools of brightly colored parrotfish nibbling coral up close. A graceful sea turtle pausing to rest on a coral ledge. A reclusive octopus hiding in a crevice. Octopus, eyes watching and changing color. Clownfish darting in and out of sea anemones, a perfect example of the reef's partnerships. Not just fish, Christmas tree worms unfurling their spiral plumes. Coral reefs are not just beautiful places teeming with life. They are also incredibly important for the health of the ocean and for people all around the world. They are like the generous guardians of the coastline. The massive, solid structures of the reefs act as natural barriers. They absorb the powerful energy of waves, especially during storms and hurricanes. By breaking the waves before they reach the shore, reefs protect coastal communities from flooding, erosion, property damage. Reefs are also a critical source of food for hundreds of millions of people. The rich biodiversity of the reef supports thriving fisheries. For many communities, the reef is their main source of protein and income. Beyond food and protection, coral reefs are a treasure trove of scientific and medical discoveries. Finally, coral reefs are a huge draw for tourism, supporting many countries' economies. This tourism creates jobs for local people and brings revenue into coastal communities. Despite their immense importance, coral reefs around the world are in grave danger. They're facing a combination of threats, both local and global, that are really pushing them to the brink of collapse. One of the most significant local threats is pollution from the land. These pollutants act like fertilizer for algae, causing it to grow out of control. This fast-growing algae can smother the corals, blocking the sunlight they need to survive, upsetting the delicate balance of the entire reef ecosystem. Another major problem is overfishing and destructive fishing practices. If too many herbivorous fish like parrotfish are caught, algae can overgrow and kill the coral. Even worse are fishing methods that destroy the reef itself. Dragging heavy nets across the seafloor pulverizes everything in their path, leaving behind a barren underwater desert. The development of coastlines also puts immense pressure on nearby reefs. This sediment cuts off sunlight and can smother the polyps. All of these local pressures make corals weaker and less able to cope with the biggest threat of all, climate change. The most visible and honestly heartbreaking sign of a reef in trouble is coral bleaching. It's a stark and ghostly sight, healthy coral bursting with color. A reef that was once a riot of color can turn a brilliant bone white in just a matter of weeks. This is not a natural color for coral. It's a sign of extreme stress and sickness. Bleaching happens when ocean temperatures get too high for too long. Warm water disrupts the partnership between the coral polyps and the tiny algae, the zooxanthellae, that live inside their tissues. Under thermal stress, the algae produce harmful substances, and the coral expels its algal partners. With the algae gone, the white limestone skeleton shows through the clear tissue. The coral is not dead yet, but it is starving and extremely vulnerable. If water cools quickly, corals can regain their algae and recover. If the heat persists, they starve and die. Dead skeletons are quickly overgrown by algae. The reef's complex structure crumbles. Mass bleaching events are now more frequent and severe worldwide. The Great Barrier Reef has suffered multiple severe events since 2016, affecting vast areas. In the face of such widespread devastation, it can be easy to lose hope. But the story of coral reefs is not just one of loss. It's also a story of resilience and survival. Scientists have discovered supercorals in the Red Sea and some lagoons in the Pacific. By studying these tough corals, we can learn traits that help reefs adapt to a changing climate. One of the most exciting fields is coral restoration. This is like underwater gardening. Fragments are grown safely in underwater nurseries. Once healthy, they're transplanted back to damaged reefs to kickstart recovery. These efforts are bringing color and life back, with fish returning. Marine protected areas reduce local stress, helping reefs withstand and recover from bleaching. Fish populations rebound, keeping the reef in balance. The fate of coral reefs may seem like a distant problem, happening far away in tropical oceans. But the truth is, the health of these underwater ecosystems is connected to all of us, and our daily actions can make a real difference. The single most important thing we can do is to reduce our carbon footprint. This can be as simple as using less energy at home, walking or cycling instead of driving, choosing to eat more plant-based meals. If you visit a coral reef, be a responsible tourist. Look, but don't touch. Never stand on, kick, or grab the coral. Use reef-safe sunscreen. Choose sustainably caught seafood. Look for certification labels. Support nonprofits dedicated to reef conservation and restoration. Share what you learn. Education is a powerful tool. Our journey through the underwater world of the coral reef has shown us a place of extraordinary beauty, complexity, and importance. We have seen how these living cities are built by tiny animals working in partnership with microscopic algae. We have understood their vital role as guardians of our coasts, providers of food, and a source of potential new medicines. The ghostly white of a bleached reef is a heartbreaking and urgent warning, yet we have found powerful whispers of hope in resilient corals and underwater gardeners. Hope is not a passive wish, it is an active choice. The future of coral reefs is not yet written. The choice is ours to make.